Me behind the screen, have your backstory. Turning to your hometown is on fire. Your face immortality is piping hot. The situation is dire. Watch them expire. And my players say, you are a monster. You are. Listen to me closely. Listen to me well. I am your friend. I'll make you a warrior, but don't forget I'm every monster. So listen to me well. I am your friend. I'll make you victorious, but don't forget I am monster.
I think after Kowloon. See, Kowloon? Oh, Loon. I mean,
No, Kowloon with a K.
Kowloon. Oh, is Chailoon?
What do you?
Or CHI?
The walled city that's like completely encased within itself.
Metropolis across the world.
Well, that is relevant to our current battle. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another exciting episode of the Foul Parody Podcast. We are playing First Edition Pathfinder Hell's Vengeance campaign. We are in Book 1, the Hellfire Compact. This is episode 29, and when we left our villainous crew, I don't want to call this a bad... You've got two seniors on a siege weapon. Say that 6 times really fast. One NPC player having a fit, and 3 ne'er-do-wells going to town. It is round 2. Luca, your initiative is at the top. Professor Niles Cronin, get ready. You're on deck. Luca, what do you do?
I'm going to see exactly how close to these people I can get with one move action. Presumably, it would be best to go up the stairs for this.
15, 20, 25, 30?
Oh, that would be perfect, I think.
Puts you right at the end of the ballista?
Then I'm...
shot.
Well, not quite. I'm going to cast a spell, specifically Color Spray.
Okay.
Can I target more than one person, more than one enemy at a time?
Color Spray, it is a 15-foot spread, or is it one person? What's the target for that spell? What does it say?
Color Spray is a 15-foot spread.
Yes. So if you angle your spread carefully, you should be able to nuke both of them, and Simri will get a bonus for being down low, but you're going to hit Simri if you want to hit both these dudes.
Yes. Can I aim it so that I'm shooting, like, against the wall, though?
Sort of a narrower... Oh, I see. So it doesn't quite reach her?
Yeah.
Like higher up?
Mm-hmm. Kind of angle some of it so it would go splat against the wall.
Yeah, so it'll go straight along the wall and straight down. And yes, that should crop nicely.
Excellent.
Yeah, that should be all right.
Then I'm going to cast Color Spray. I don't know a way if I can...
Reflex, Fortitude?
It is a will save.
Okay. No, we're kind of pen and paper. These guys are not loaded into the system. You just have maps and bare minis, so I'm kind of rolling for them.
I'm going to boost the caster level for this one. Okay. So the DC goes up. Or no, I'm going to boost the DC to 17.
Okay. How do you do that?
I'm spending an exploiter point.
No.
I'm spending a point from my Arcane Reservoir.
Because you are a...
Exploiter Wizard.
Okay.
So it allows me to...
Remind us.
Certainly. I get a reservoir of points for the day that I can use to boost my spells or have other special abilities. One of the ones I used earlier was my snap of the finger, where I gave myself mage armor.
I thought you were just being flavorful. Sorry.
Nope. With Armored Mask. And the other one that I'm using right now is my Arcane Reservoir for DC, boost DC. And I have an ability which raises... normally it's a +1 to the DC or +1 to the caster level. And I have Potent, which makes it +2 to the DC or +2 to the caster level.
Ah, okay. So DC caster goes up. Level. Okay. Willpower DC now becomes... What was that?
17.
All right. Well... Bo, this is not a fear effect. Anyway, we get bonuses. It's not. It's just a kaleidoscope barf effect, right?
Yes, dependent on the amount of hit dice the opponent has.
Now, shaken -2. Is that attacks and saves?
Yes.
Okay. Bo fails. And Dent also fails. So now what? What are the effects?
If the creature has 2 hit dice or less, the creature is unconscious. If the creature has
3 hit dice.
3 or 4 hit dice, the creature is blinded and stunned for 1d4 rounds, and then stunned for an additional round.
Oh, nice. I got it. Oh god. Ballista starts swirling wildly around the room, shoots wildly. That's okay. When I turned it the first time, I was aiming at the door. If anybody between me and the door, I might get a blind shot. Yes, 50% miss chance. Yes, -4, blah, blah, but you never know. I'm willing to play these odds. Seniors are reckless after all. Okay.
They have nothing to lose.
Well, we're just scared that we got caught. By you, of all people. We saw what happened in town. We heard. Cut those guys down just for arguing who should light a match.
Well, they are also stunned, so I'm not worried about them shooting the ballista anytime soon.
Oh, right. Stunned isn't negative action economy in this. It's straight up lose the round, isn't it?
You can't take actions, take a -2 penalty to AC, and lose dexterity bonus if you have any. So they're flat-footed.
For D4. So D4 rounds. Nicely done, sir. Professor Niles Cronin. Rainbow Sparkle. It's the Luca Tavel show. Hey kids, let's all throw up and be blinded and take huge flat-footed penalties. Nice. Sitting ducks. What do you want to do, Cronin?
Oh, I'd like to walk up to the closest old geezer, yeah?
25. Hello. Say 30.
Hello there, pretty.
Okay.
Are you feeling well? You're not looking too solid there. This one's interaction kind of oddly there, Luca, after you did your little wiggly digglies at him.
What do you want to do?
I'd like to take a little swipey doodle at him with a claw.
AC, touch AC, flat-footed AC are all presented before me. My flat-footed AC is 12. We were spry old guys. We were half relying on our armor, which they are actually wearing, and half relying on our
amazing
senior citizens with dexterity of 14. I protest. They didn't think this through. Well,
I've met some nimble old grannies out there. I really have.
Yeah, I that's true. That's true. I remember there was a lady.
They may be a little slower in their movement, but
Our
No.
Our Kudo teacher is like 78, and the man is built. It's terrifying.
His back
So
is just
ripping.
ripcords.
I was going to say though, those enemy are true.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, decades of doing the same thing builds muscle. Yes. So, hey there, old geyser. Tell you what, I want to test your reflexes here. Quickly, duck this. And I swipe a claw at his face.
He hears you, and being a third level warrior veteran, he reacts blindly, poorly, and you hit him, but not as cleanly. His instincts kick in. You do 7 points of damage, and you draw blood, but the man is still standing, if not somewhat stunned. He's reeling and flailing, but, Not necessarily a sitting duck, because stunned is like, ugh, knock the wind out of you, not helpless. Standard action attack, movement. Is anything else coming your way from Mr. Cronin? That's it?
I got a number 2 with your name on it.
Simmery Stalish.
Yeah. So, still feeling crappy from the day before, and yesterday was so nice and peaceful, and then I wake up today and I have to deal with this crap. So she is just going to try and incapacitate them, and then of course try and interrogate them afterwards, so long as everyone else doesn't murder them.
Okay. Sweep the leg. That's what we're going.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate to say it, but dude's ankles are kind of at eyeball level, maybe kneecaps, and he's already wobbly. This is dent that's in front of you, not bow.
Maybe a gentle stabbing, a non-lethal stabbing.
Yes, you can take a -4 to penalty to hit to make something non-lethal, but you do have your sap. You want to, as a move action, pull your weapon, stand there, and whack him in the knees with your sap. There's no penalties for using that non-lethally, right?
Pull and slap. Sure.
Slap the sap. Sap on, sap off. Nap maker. Okay. So, standing your ground, pulling your sap.
You say that, but I don't see it in my inventory.
We reconstituted this game because I do know that the NPC has a sap. Simmery Stalish. Do. Combat. Sneak attack. Masterwork dagger. Kukuri. Combat gear. Blue Winnis poison. Tanglefoot bag. Leather armor. 4 daggers. Masterwork. Kukuri. Sap. Backpack. Grappling hook. No, you got one.
No.
Unless you sold it or we lost it somewhere.
No, it's just not in the thing.
Yeah, we may have missed. Yeah, because everything I read off is in your inventory except a couple items. Okay, I will fix that.
Oh, I thank you.
But anyway.
What would you like me to roll in substitution?
It's actually just going to drop a sap on your character real quick. Quick,
Magic.
distract us. Yeah. I just don't know how to equip this thing. Anyway, in your actions, you should have a sap now down near the bottom.
La, da, 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 da.
1d6 plus 1 bludgeoning, non-lethal damage. For free. No penalties. Plus 3 to hit. That's not bad.
Boop. 17.
Take that, you old geezer.
Smack. Sorry, slap.
And this is the time I chased me off your lawn when I was 5. Whap. Okay, 1d6 plus 1 damage.
Do you deal your sneak attack damage with non-lethal?
Oh yeah, they were flat-footed.
Yep.
We're flat-footed, yeah. So you get 2d6, I think is her standard. What do we got? Sneak attack, 1d6. Sorry, 1d6. So if you use the actual weapon, if you click in the window where it says 1d6 plus bludgeoning, it'll give you those dice with mods. Or do you want to just use the dice you've rolled? 1 for the weapon, 1 for... Well, that works too. Okay. 5. Rolling a 4 plus 1 for the saps, 5. And going with your initial first roll of sneak attack is the general rule we use. Another 5. 10 points to dent. Non-lethal.
Would you say I dented him?
Ah.
And on that note, ladies and gents, I'll be leaving for this evening. Thank you very much.
Okay, what do you want me to do? Just continue to incapacitate?
Yeah, like I said, try and incapacitate them so we can get information from them later. So I would say this to everyone. Guys, knock them down, but don't knock them dead.
His name is now Dents.
Dents. Plural.
That's a bit of a challenge there.
I really like that one.
I really like that
Thank
one.
you.
Hero point for you. Yes. A Nico point. Oh, yeah.
A Nico point.
A Nico point. I like you more. You ever playing the original KOTOR or Mass Effect where you influence the NPCs you're working with and you lean their way and you get these influence points, right? It's
We
like,
kind of have the
yes.
same system going, but it's more about rioting.
Yeah. How much do they not like us, and when will they, come together and form a formal revolt? All right. Which brings us to Nico and his points
Yes,
at
yes.
the door.
Gives a little wink.
Oh, no, sorry, go ahead.
I will step down and move along the wall to the corner of the stage. So I'm not directly in line. No, on the bottom. The other way.
Oh.
In line with Simmery.
5, 10, 15, 20.
So I'm tracing the outside of it still.
30.
Yep, that's good.
Okay, so 30
And
puts
I'll
you
stop there,
10 feet away.
And
Yep.
I will inflict pain upon the dent.
The double dent. All right. What are we looking for? Willpower and stuff. I'm going to use the official Pathfinder Hell's Vengeance
DC
dice that purchased.
15 Fortitude for partial damage, and this is non-lethal as well.
Oh, you're such a softy in your old age. Fortitude is my best save.
Boo! I say.
+3 fortitude. +3 fortitude. Doesn't help when rolling a 6.
That's a fail. Ha
9. What happens now to the Dentmeister?
This. Was that 8 points? 7 points? Yes. Does it say
Yes.
any pluses? Plus 1 point per caster level. So I'm actually second level. So that would be 9 points total. I don't know why I didn't automatically add it.
Okay.
And the target suffers a -1 penalty to attack rolls, skill checks, and ability checks for 1 minute.
Okay. They rock his world. And now, number 2 comes charging along the wall. Dun, 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 dun. Can I have an acrobatics or athletics check from my master, please?
Does number 2 not have his own acrobatics? Or
Yeah,
is
I
this
just thought
something
maybe you'd like to.
involving me that I'm
It's your guy. He has a +10. I just thought you'd like to roll because he's your dude. He's part of you, right? And I don't want to be blamed. I don't want to be blamed if he screws up, Ryan.
Where's
you
the sheet?
Huh?
Where's the sheet?
I have him.
I
Just roll a
need the sheet
d20.
so I can roll for me. Okay.
Yeah.
Ah, thank you. Ah!
1.
Can I roll my villainy point from last year?
Yeah.
Villainy point from last year.
Okay. So with a +10 and 11, instead of him hopping, like going adjacent and then jumping the 10 feet onto the ballista, okay, he leaps off the wall and like a furry football corkscrews, right? And instead of running up the ballista and hitting him right up the target site, he actually lands on his chest, tail and butt up, head down, engages the target point blank in the chin, full spray, straight up under the guy's face, and then runs down the front of the man to land and scurry away 10 feet and turn around. Because that's evil scurrying. Do I?
His mouth is open and everything.
I can't see. It's in my mouth. Weasels. Okay,
My nose,
so
my eyes.
I'm using a weasel even though he's skunk. So do you have any musk abilities on your character about your dude?
Yeah, it's like a 15 fortitude save,
Okay.
if memory serves me right.
That sounds about right. Fortitude. He makes it with an actual 15. It's in my mouth. There's got to be some half damage or half musk or something, but
I'm looking
Right.
up skunk right now.
yep. Which brings us to round 3. Luca, while we're looking that up. Round 3. Luca. Oh, said they could take no actions, right?
Yes.
We could take no move actions? Nothing?
No, you can take no actions.
Okay. So we're reeling. Now we're getting trounced. Okay. Luca, what do you want to do? A stage is set 20 feet wide, 15 feet deep to the wall. You were on the wall. Something furry ran past you, jumped on the man. In front of you, 15 feet, is Cronin playing with his food. To his left, to your left, at the end of this platform, but there's still like the little 5-foot parapet and stairwell down each front behind you and behind Cronin, is victim number 1. We call him Bo. Cronin slashing his face, and now this skunk thing comes flying off the wall, corkscrews, lands on his chest, sprays him point blank, disappears, whoosh. Kitty-corring to him, and now the whole ballista is sort of pointed your way, but you're sort of at its tip, so it can't really hit you, even if it goes off at this point. Diagonally 15 feet across the other side of the ballista stands Dent, who's being accosted up from the floor, 5 feet away from Simri and 15 feet away from Nico. He's standing up on the stage, down on the floor. She's whacking him. He's throwing spells. It's a good day to be alive, according to Cronin. What do you guys want to do?
I'm going to move into that 5-foot space connected to both of them. There's between Dent and Bo. But before I do that, I'm going to cast Shocking Grasp. I'm guessing that you mentioned that they're wearing armor. Is it made of metal?
Good question. There's a whole lot of ballista in between you and them. You'd have to go through enemies or all the way around to get to that square that's actually between them.
Well, I don't think they can see me, so I don't really care too much.
They're wearing leather armor.
They're wearing leather armor.
Yeah. Carrying short swords and crossbows on their person that they haven't even drawn yet.
Okay. Then... No, I think I'll just continue trolling them. I'm going to cast Disorienting Quake. Let's go with... Well, Dent seems to be doing just fine on his own at the moment. Let's go with Bo.
Okay. And that's reflex, fortitude.
That would be a fortitude, I believe. Yes, fortitude 14.
Natural 1. Curse
Well.
these cursed dice.
Then
Let the
he is
record
now-
show, Witt. Like even real dice can have a night of spoils.
It's true. It's
He
true.
is now stunned and must make
Yay.
a DC 20 acrobatics check or fall prone.
I'm already stunned and I'm already prone. I fell down last time. Oh no, I got up. Right. Sorry. Got up and moved here.
That
DC
was the other
20
one.
acrobatics?
Yep.
Well, it's Bo, you're not
Sorry,
doing yours.
he's shaken and stunned.
Yeah. And I take -2.
Just like any
Can't be
good
more
martini.
shaken than shaken.
From
Yeah.
the shaken, you take -2 on the skill checks. From the stunned, you take -2 to AC.
Right. Question is, does Nico's effects stack? I wonder. Anyway, different guy. A fail. Close, but penalties, damn it. He fails. He goes down. Bo is prone, stunned, sprayed, shaken, not stirred.
Do remember non-lethal.
And these are senior citizens. I hate to see what you regular people. Just beating on seniors. Sorry, what did you say, Luca?
Do remember non-lethal. As I take my step into the threatened space. Behind at the very back of the ballista.
Oh, this way? Along the wall?
So
Okay.
one more forward, because that would be threatened space. Like there.
Yep. This thing swivels here. You're only moving 10 feet. Even if you got to duck under the ballista or move around it, it's not really like, I guess I could just call it difficult terrain and you're moving a bit more, but that's fine. You're good. Next to Cronin. I think that was for you, Mr. Cronin. It's your turn, Mr. Cronin.
Old man, do you want to die?
No, he doesn't.
I want to hear from him.
Sorry, my turn was actually before you and after Luca, and he's calling you every name in the book. He's trying to get his sword free, but can't because I can't take any actions. He's really stunned. He's just sputtering. Can't he really get words out? You know, no spells, no weapon drawing, flailing about, gasping and choking at the skunk spray.
Yeah, I grab him by the throat, bring him to my face.
And you're what?
Thing to him in a very close talk position, saying, "Do you want to die today, old man?"
He's too busy squealing and spraying.
He's on the ground.
Oh, but it's a rhetorical question because he's, yeah. I'm stunned, I'm down.
I think the ghost is going this one, Luca. He's not going to make it, clearly.
If anything comes out of his mouth, it's curses. May not be curse you, but just, you know, damn it. Darn it. Willy, you know. Old man curses. Polite.
Just knock him out until he's had a trial.
Luca, you're going to make a diplomacy check on this one there, bye.
Okay. Well, you guys start your debate.
Cronin
I'm going to move
wants
on because definitely more than 6 seconds as you hesitate. You don't get a response from him. Intimidation check to cow him. I mean, he did hear you. He may not have answered your question, but you could use that statement as intimidation if you want.
I really truly suck at the intimidation, but obviously, like, if you just want to give your organs to science, say yes.
Honestly, between the accent and your mic cutting up, I'm not getting any of this. So it's like, right, he's scared shitless.
Well,
sorry, man.
Satellite internet is what it is there, Jeff.
Okay. Anyway, if you're trying to get a response out of him, you do not get any. If you continue to badger him, I'm going to move you round on. Was there any actions you want to take before I move on?
I will take a claw out of him.
Yeah. Okay. Not forcing you to beat on him, but mid-combat, 6 seconds.
Oh, I will beat on him.
Too much has happened to him for a retort, I would say.
I dare role play in this game.
Oh, no, that's fine. I get it. But as I said, like he's sprayed, he's reeling, he's down, he's sputtering because it's got right in his mouth.
19 to hit, 7 damage.
Okay. He's still choking and sputtering. He's bleeding more. Oh, this guy's pretty tough.
Yep.
And brings us to Simmery. Simmery said she wanted to keep subduing these lovely old gentlemen. And with a 19 and 1d6 plus 1, 5 points, she actually manages to get Dent right to 0 and knock him cold. Which brings us to Nico.
Well, since he went down, I will change my target to... Oh, he's still in range. Perfect. To, which one? What was this guy's name?
Bo.
Bo, yes. And I will inflict pain upon Bo.
What's your range?
30 feet.
Okay. Despite the elevation, he's still good. I have cover from the crossbow, but it's with the penalties I'm taking from everything else, it's kind of negligible at this point. So
yeah, DC 15 Fortitude.
Fortitude, save, Bo. Fail with 7 plus minus, yeah.
So 2d6 plus 2.
Mm-hmm.
So 8 points of non-lethal damage, and he takes a -1 penalty to attack rolls, skill checks, and ability checks for 1 minute.
Okay. Cronin, leaning in, but raking claws and just hammering and torching this poor bugger. again, the effect is racking pain. The sputtering and spitting of musk out of my mouth becomes a sort of a garbled scream in agony as he starts. Well, I can't even roll on the ground in pain because I'm stunned and I can't take any actions. So he's just sort of doing his impression of bacon there, flopping around, but not really. Which brings us to number 2.
These poor senior citizens.
I know, eh? You guys are the worst. I love it. Number 2.
They really shouldn't have put that ballast at us.
More musk.
More musk. Isn't it a D4? Didn't we have to like Disney spray every D4 rounds?
It's a DC 11, and you do it twice a day.
I can do it how many times a day?
Twice.
Twice a day. Okay. So Lucky Bo, he gets both. He gets the daily dose. All right. Really? Skunk musk is only a DC 11? Wow, that seems low.
DC 11, yeah.
Okay.
Poisons are
That's what I read up on the Google brought me.
No. I'm just wondering if his power like levels with you. You know, like the familiar, the base monster maybe gets worse.
I'm sure if I were to fiddle around with Pathfinder 1 edition's like stuff, I could find a way to probably make it a bit
there's probably
better,
some feats or
but,
stuff
yeah.
you can take that.
Hey, you
enhance
got
them.
you got a year. Do some reading. We come around next year. The improved number
right.
2.
Well, wait, no, need to get a level, and then we'll make number 2 a better number 2. Who wants
Number
the best
3.
number 2? Ah,
Yeah. Natural
What's
20.
that?
I'm curled up in fetal position. All you get spray is like leather armor, which has nothing to do with me. Nat 20.
It's more demoralizing than it is anything else.
He's totally screwed as it is. He's just peeing on him at this point. So mean. Round 4, but technically conscious. Luca. Battered and beaten. 1 unconscious, 1 on his last non-lethal hit point or few. You know.
Okay, well, this time I am going to use my the Shocking Grasp wand.
Okay. Anybody kick anybody anymore? I mean, they're down. One strike, boot to the head, no?
No.
Do that camera shot? No? Okay.
I mean, Professor probably will, but
Oh yeah.
Professor will have one of those James Bond pointed knife boots, and then he
Luke
starts
is
kicking him with it.
civilized.
I have hooves. I'm
Oh,
holding
yeah.
back. I have 5. Okay. If I do a full round attack, I get 5 attacks on him.
Oh
if
my
he's
God,
flanked,
that's
I get
horrible.
sneak attack on top of that.
All
But
right.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah, so he's holding back. Non-lethal is only 1 attack.
Yeah.
That's Cronin's interpretation. I see. Good for you. Baby steps, buddy.
I had 4 attacks that I didn't do.
Shocking graph 17, Luca. You gonna
17
fry
to
the
hit.
man like I mentioned bacon, but I didn't say turn him into it.
And simply 4 points of electricity damage.
Real damage. Okay. Now, because there's some non-lethal hits in there, despite our into the negatives and being seriously problematic, here's something I've never run into. When someone has non-lethal damage and real damage paired, they drop to 0. They're fine. But if they drop into the negatives,
I think it depends on what damage brought them there.
It also
Lethal
depends on
damage.
how much. It also depends on how much non-lethal damage they have.
8 points of a total of 24. The rest is all lethal. You guys have done 26
So
points
a
of damage to my
third,
24.
only a third was non-lethal.
Yeah.
So
I'm just
the non-lethal
it's like-
goes at. It's kind of like the bottom tick, right? The non-lethal text from the bottom. It's counting up. The lethal.
Yeah, the
counts
problem
down.
is I'm at -2, right? And once you're in the negatives, you start bleeding out. You start -3 next round, -4. Like he needs to stabilize. Just because some of that damage is non-lethal, I don't know if he'll get a stabilization check every round. But anyway, just throwing some medical advice around. But it's probably all for naught because you fry him, and he lies still. Cronin, the man is limp, not moving at your feet. Not so much as
I didn't do that one, Simmery. Just so we all clear. Look up. You seen what happened here?
He looks at the body. He's got like fresh claw marks, and he's crisp and he's smoking. And what's the matter?
I want to stand here that on principle I wasn't doing the thing that you didn't want done. Someone else did.
The combat ends. However, on Simri's turn, I want you to use... I'm not going to roleplay, but I will say in third person what she does. I am going to roll Intimidation because she is upset with the two of you. Not Nico. But you guys up there, she starts, I said incapacitate, not turn him into
He is
living
incapacitated.
bacon. Anyway, she starts yelling at you guys. 17 to intimidate. I know on an NPC it's your base 10 plus your willpower and yada yada yada. You guys decide if you're intimidated, but I'm just saying what she's spewing at you madly. I said do this, you're not doing it.
She's not even yelling at me, and I'm intimidated.
Is 17. Well, that's not bad. Anyway.
So
Simmer,
I need somebody to interrogate.
check him yourself. He's still alive. He's perfectly fine. The
You
rules
did
say
that. You heal him. He better be stable or I'm going to be pissed.
certain attacks deal non-lethal damage. Other effects such as heat or being exhausted also deal non-lethal damage. When you take non-lethal damage, keep a running total of how much you've accumulated. Do not deduct the non-lethal damage number from your current hit points. If it is not it is not real damage. Instead, when your non-lethal damage equals your current hit points, you're staggered, and when it exceeds your current hit points, you fall unconscious. So he took 8. As soon as he fell below 8 hit points, he falls unconscious.
No, at that point, Cronin puts his ear against his chest. Aye, listen, he's dead, but he's not dead.
You're lucky. Anyway, what do you guys want to do now? Simri, she's mad, but she does the thing that ladies do where they just, glare and don't talk to you.
Don't worry, I'm going to resuscitate him right now here. I'm going to do CPR.
If only we had a defibrillator, Luca. Let's bring him back.
So just so we're all clear, when I would do CPR, you're going to hear some horrible crunching sounds from the rib cage. That's expected.
Strip them to their skivvies, restrain them, and take a look around the building to see if there's anybody else here.
I'd like to
Okay.
examine the pile of weapons they were collecting.
Like there's on interrogations.
They're not going to wake up anytime soon. Simri does the hog tie, but can guard them. Cronin, if you want to loom over these guys for X amount of minutes and be the first to interrogate, feel free. Otherwise, if you want to wander with these guys, we'll talk about what else we
I'd
can
get a
find.
healing potion if I really felt so generous.
Oh, that's such nice citizenship of you. Would you?
Well,
Like you wake up, catch a bottle.
But is it nice if you're feeding them potions for the purpose of torturing them?
No, interrogation. That's different. I mean, it's not
I have
Tomato.
If I might
too.
thumb them and they're drinking a healing potion, what happens?
I know his mutagen is glitching. He keeps phasing from Niles to Cronin, and he's kind of stuttering through it. The weapons. Let's push the story a little bit. I always enjoy your role playing, Messina. Don't get me wrong. Retired, 2 entrances, sturdy doors, display hall, blah blah blah. These guys have short swords and masterwork crossbows on them, by the way. And they have vials of alchemy things. And money. Oh, isn't this nice?
Sweet. I like money.
A potion of cure moderate wounds. Screaming bolts, 3 each. Leather armor, masterwork heavy crossbow, 10 bolts, a short sword, and 28 gold pieces each. I will post this in a note, or you guys can we can throw this in party loot. Party sheet. I'd have to dig up each item, like start clicking and dragging. So what I will do instead is I will make a note, and we will say Party loot. Don't. Look how easy it is to use Fantasy Grounds. Thank you for your sponsorship. Now, the pile of weapons. Bow and Dent, Gamble are here, organizing some of the Armory's most useful armaments into bundles for distribution. Currently mismatched weapons, mostly swords and pole arms. You look these weapons over, they're dated. Like, you know what I mean? Like Spanish Inquisition, like, you know what I mean? These are old stuff. They're finding any ones that are not broken or serviceable, you know what I mean? So they do find weapons that are maybe just a bit rusted or a bit dented or a bit, you know what I mean? But still technically could be used maybe with the risk of broken gear.
How many kits are there? Because you said they were bundling up into kits, right?
Yeah.
How many are there?
Like a couple dozen. They could arm half the town.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. For the town, they have mismatched. Yeah. There's enough here to arm half of LongAcre, it says.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's like 30 kits kind of thing. You know, like an organized militia.
I'd like to kind of take 20 to search the area, see if they have like a list of. Maybe there's a list of how many they wanted to make.
Okay, so searching them or poking around, or they drop the, like, you know, meet me by the timber shack.
Yeah.
Okay. It's funny because there's a big if, and I rolled perception. If they hear you guys coming in, they run up and they're loaded, and you guys would open the door and ding, right? And who was the first guy in the doorway? Cronin? Who would have ate a ballista bolt? Be damn it. But it does say if, so I'm rolling perception, and they failed horribly. So you guys come in, and half you guys in the room, they go, huh? Oh, shit. Right? And I'm thinking, okay, tactically, just run up to the edge, and they could do it like a, you know, Hoth, run up to the snow wall, lay down your blaster crossbow, and just open fire. But they're so freaked out. And like I said, come on, when do I ever get to use that indoor ballista? Like, it's just so good. So I'm like, oh, instead of doing the meta thing, calmly, fighters, blah, 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 line up, let's do this, right? They're retired, they're out of service, they're off their game, they're spooked, you know. And these are the types of factors where someone would be like, well, if I was a DM, I would just have them calmly move on. It's like, think about it. They're grumpy old seniors, they're third level fighters from Yeon days, and they're capable, but they're not, you know what I mean? So this was my deciding factor in why they'll do what they do. And then it comes down to the opening dice rolls of perception. And as you saw tonight, my dice rolls were not good. I warn you, taking a splice from the module, adding their scripts for roleplay, and doing that kind of reasoning, and then combining dice rolls is how I love to run combats. Even I don't know what's going to happen. If the dice roll good for them in the open, and they got solid tactics, something comes up in the future of this book 2, book 6, I will hammer you guys into the ground.
Something's going to come.
Because so, you know, enjoy, revel in the victory.
Yeah, we will revel.
You know?
But I mean, like, legitimately, we just beat up a couple senior citizens. Like,
yeah.
I see 2 third level fighters with masterwork weapons. That's what I see. You know, like
they had masterwork weapons. We now have masterwork weapons.
Masterwork heavy crossbow.
Ooh,
fancy.
Nice.
Takes a long time to load those things.
Well, the light ballista takes like several rounds.
Yep.
I don't know what they were doing. And it's like you guys are arguing at the, like, sir, if they had any idea you were there, they would take a couple of rounds to like load the thing and then, right? Anyway. Although most of the items in the Armory's display are rusted, broken, otherwise subpar condition, in the kits, and including stuff they haven't looked at yet, there are still interesting items in decent condition here around the Armory that technically belong to the town and its history, which technically I don't know how you feel about robbing a historical site. For Prince John, I mean, you guys are the sheriff.
Depends on the quality of the item, I suppose.
Okay. You want to start making your own pile there, Luca? Ooh. Who has detect magic? Who has?
I do.
You know, he's taking 20 for perception, so he's already like licking the walls.
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
Sure.
I will join in this endeavor. I happen to be a bit of a historian, so there's a personal interest. I don't have any reason to want to leave anything here, but I would certainly be interested in what you're finding.
I'm just looking for the other room description as you guys wander. Let's pull the map back out here so everyone can see. It's racks and weapons and histories and, you know, and just rooms of it. Maybe there's like different eras or different battles, you know. If you are interested in said local lore and history, knowledge history. Does anyone actually have knowledge history?
I do, actually.
Yeah. Let's have that, Nico.
Would you like it out in the open? I'm going to throw it in the open. I want to know what I know. 17.
Behind you on the wall, the grinning skull, the ship signal flags. Remember all that stuff?
Yep.
All come from a famous ship that once sailed, you know, the river and the sea outside of LongAcre, and even this red siege engine, this light ballista, is from the deck of that ship. And between the little glips of information on the walls and, you know, what you remember, this display up here on the stage that's why it's on a stage. It's like, oh, it's a ship deck, kinda, and all the stuff on the wall of the sails, and, you know, it's like a little diorama. And look at that. They keep it in working order. Like, it's usually they would debunk a siege engine, but someone decided to, like, hey, you know what? This could come in handy one day if the town, or if somebody was silly enough to walk through those front doors. Right?
Takes so many rounds.
Surprise. Let's talk about loot. 2 potions cure moderate wounds. 6 screaming bolts, 2 leather armor, 2 masterwork heavy crossbows, 10 bolts, 2 short swords, 28, so that's 40, 52 gold. I will get into, you know, rehashing this into sheets and stuff. As you guys wander and take your 20s, it only takes about 10 minutes to find a masterwork spiked breastplate.
Ooh. Fancy.
This is Rom in the underwear, right?
Yeah.
A mithril heavy shield.
Ooh. Anybody use a shield?
Again, where's Aiden, right?
I know, right?
We just believe this stuff.
He's gonna come back. He'll be back like a year or so down the road, and he's gonna be decked right out.
It'll be his surprise. We'll bring it home and hide it in a corner so he can't see it, and then
we sold
Save it for Christmas.
Yeah.
A mithril heavy shield. Little spellcraft identifying. Yeah. A masterwork greatsword. Let's get Rom all over it. A light repeating crossbow.
No, that's a good one. 17 for spellcraft.
13 for me.
An arrow and a scabbard are both magical, and you boys are trying to figure out what's what. What do you want to put the big roll on?
Put the big roll on the scabbard, little roll on the arrow.
Yeah.
Okay, big roll. A scabbard of honing. Ultimate equipment, page 318.
Was that?
I'm assuming it sharpens your sword.
I would guess. By the
Probably.
I gotta look it up, but
Yeah.
yeah. Actually, if you guys want to Google it.
Sure. We'll pick it up.
Ultimate equipment 318. Scabbard of honing. Not quite sure what the arrow does, there's some serious runes on it. You know, like this arrow is like covered every inch. The head, the shaft, the feathers are really rare. Like, this is a seriously powerful arrow, and there's one in a glass case.
I'm going to spend a bit more time looking at that then.
Not sure what this is.
Scabbard of Honing.
Yeah, go ahead.
The Scabbard of Honing is basically a weapon. It's a scabbard that resizes itself to fit anything, and then after 1 minute, the weapon that has been placed in it is sharpened as if by a whetstone, which I believe is +1 either to attack or to damage.
Cool.
He uses blades. Who in the party
Simmery?
uses blades? Simmery and Rom, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys want to give this a Simmery? Might calm her down.
Yep.
Hey, look, magical item. Throw them at her.
Yep.
Goes away back to her lair.
For sure give that to Simmery.
For your favorite daggers. Theoretically, you could switch it
For the
too, because once it's been
for the
sharpened, doesn't need to sharpen again.
Well, there's like 3 things that our anti-paladin would love, like a heavy shield, a heavy breastplate, spiked breastplate. Oh, Ron, we didn't see anything for you. Really?
I don't know.
What? I don't see anything.
No,
okay.
we'll take them. We'll take them.
Spellcraft
Back
on the
to
last
the,
one is a 24.
Ooh, nice. That's good. Roll.
This is the same thing that happened to Doug, right? I'm trying to get him to cameo again in Age of Ashes because some of the gear coming up is all like champion fighter kind of stuff, and I'm like, I want him there to earn it, not like, hey guys, welcome back. Here's a kit of some cool shit we earned for you. No, we sold it. Yeah. Now, a clever GM who had more time in his hands might have substituted those items for more suitable party items. Feel free. That's some quality stuff. If LongAcre has gloves of the vampire, alchemist supreme tools, or the ring of extra arcana points, like if you guys want to, like, oh, Rom's not in town, oh well, go and sell and trade this stuff for whatever the wizarding community in this dump of a town can provide, feel free. You guys are supposed to level your gear as well as
there is a battle mage
yourselves.
somewhere in this town.
Yeah. Just saying. And
true.
if Rom wants to make money, get a part-time job, and go buy that shit back, well, that's on him.
We will take the most valuable items and blame their theft on the senior citizens.
Where is this? Where is it? I don't know. They were there. Oh, we caught you stealing everything. Where's all the artifacts? They're hanging on your belts and backs. Where's the arrow of?
You might have gotten
Battle of
away with it
Monkoto.
if you didn't get greedy for all those martial kits.
No. Oh, please dress them up in hokey costumes, and then you can do a Jenkins reveal in front of the town. Couple old men pull the mask off. We have your armory has been robbed, citizens, and we have the culprit. You pull at a guy in like a swamp monster, and it's Old Man Tent. They're like
We
whispering.
found them
"Was he supposed to
collecting
arm us?"
weapons in groups and attempting to take them out with horses.
Don't
Your
worry.
kids
You
wouldn't stay off our damn lawn.
paint to arm ourselves. They're survivalists. 30
Confiscated the
we're
weapons that they've
hiring
taken to make
mercenaries.
sure that everything is accounted for.
Yeah, that's funny. Jay, Alex, Ryan all have villainy points, but wait, there's more. Well, I guess I can leave Ryan's because he burnt old ones, and we'll get one next year. So, no, Jay burnt a point, didn't he?
Did I?
Yeah, reveal
Way back
that.
when.
No. We used right. So you had 2, and you've burnt 1. Alex had 1. Ryan's burning birthday ones, and you'll have, I could leave this at par. I could leave that at par for next year. I don't have to touch this; it'll still count, carry over. Bow and Dent loot party. There we go. Okay, pasting all the good shit in here. All right,
Hey, party loot.
yay, party loot. Why is it specifically his? Only Rom can unlock this page, not you guys. He started it. Okay. So, gentlemen, how long until you rescan magical items? Does that be tomorrow, like spells? Can you wait 15 minutes and then just try again?
Yep.
I was only really looking at the one.
Yeah, he looked at
now
one.
turned to look at the
I
other
looked
one.
at the other. I was like, I don't know what this is, and handed it over to him. So he figured.
Oh yeah,
out
fresh
what
look.
Scabbard is.
That works. Yeah, okay. Give me a fresh roll there for the Arrow of Mystery.
He
I did. That was a 24.
Oh, this. There's no dragons here. What are we gonna do with an Arrow of Dragon Slaying?
Why would the town need that?
Arrow of Dragon Slaying. I don't know. Keep it for book 6. Huh?
Is it it's an arrow specifically?
It's an arrow, and it's an arrow of slaying, specifically an arrow of dragon slaying. Like I said, there is no more powerful arrow than an arrow of slaying. You shoot it, something makes a fort save, and it probably dies.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna keep that.
Yep.
When are we ever gonna
Definitely gonna sell
encounter a
that.
dragon? Well,
I
now
know,
it's
he's
less
gonna sell it.
dangerous if we do.
Let's sell it, right? And then you guys are fast forward to 3 books, you're fighting a dragon. It's like, do you remember the weekend you guys spent in Honolulu? Do you remember all that money we spent? You think maybe we should kept the arrow of dragon slaying? Nah. You guys are like, nah, Vegas was great. You know.
No, we need to survive until we can rue the day that we sold the dragon slaying arrow.
We must rue. Yes, let's all make a pact. We must stay alive so that we can rue a day. Yay! All right. Well,
So
job well done. What do we do
gather
with
up
these
all
dudes? Throw them in
the
jail?
all the stuff we grabbed, load it onto the horses. They're ours too now.
I'll put that in the loot. Bow and Dent's horse. You could name them Bow and Dent or find out their names through interrogation. You imagine that? Aiden comes back. You guys interrogating prisoners? I'll leave you guys for 5 minutes. What's the horse's name? What's the horse's name? Really? So you guys spent 3 weeks on that? We must know. They won't respond to us. They won't eat apples from Cronin. They're afraid.
Horse 1 is Bow Dent. Horse 2 is Dent Bow.
Yes, but that's not the names we were raised to respond to.
Yeah,
You just gonna look one in the eye?
works.
Your name is Bodent. Now horse like, your name is Bodent. Intimidate.
I feel like
All right.
they might want
Animal
carrots
training?
more than they want to care about
Animal
their
animal
names.
training? You know what? I bet if we sold that dragon slaying arrow, you could buy the best horse trainer in town. They'd be like doing your taxes inside of a month. You know. with
I
their
will
hooves.
try to use my natural charisma to handle these animals.
He's going to go raise
we
the
didn't
horses.
Like Cronin. We didn't think Cronin's supernatural side is kind of melded and hidden. Yours is sort of out. I think we don't like him.
Do they like me?
16? They let you approach, but I don't think they're going to like, okay, you can rename me.
Oh, I wasn't going to try to rename them.
no,
They'll
we're just
tell us their
moving them.
name in time. I just want to be able to load all the stuff on them.
Okay. Speaking of saddlebags, hey, I wonder what else you guys got. Right?
Oh yeah, maybe there's a
horses
list
out
in the
here, right?
saddlebag.
This horse here. Dun, 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 dun. Did this sense motive, and there's a place, and so and so. And we come around the backside. Retired army veterans, weapons, rebellion points, yeah, 2 entrances, also nice, yada yada yada. Display hall, hundreds of weapons, da 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 da. So where's the freaking horses? Organizing, yes, didn't hear you come in. Well, that cost you the combat. Oh, and they got solid stats, man. 2 human fighters, you know. This is decent for, like,
Luca crippled them so badly, though.
oh, I know. The guy's relentless. I'm just like, damn, who needs ROM? Of course, once a day, right? Like, you guys are seriously getting tapped in spells. All right.
It's
All I
unfortunate
can
being
do
a
is
low
hurt
level wizard.
people. It's my job.
I looked this over.
Light things on fire and hurt people.
I want to say there might be a cart. I mean, how were we going to? Or someone might show up. Oh, yeah, that's the thing. Pose the question, right? These guys don't have a cart. They just have horses. And they're making
wonder.
30 kits or more. How would they get them out?
Yeah, how would they have removed these individually? That would be quite loud throughout the day. I feel like
When
someone
did
may
they
be
gather?
coming later this evening.
Sense motive? Intelligence checks? I've given away much to them already. The horses aren't talking. Mm-mm. Who are you working with?
Sense motive in the tower.
Oh, dude. No one ever plays an evil druid. You have to be neutral, right? So you can be neutral good, lawful neutral, neutral cat. Why not a neutral evil druid that just interrogates all the animals? Goes off his rocker and starts smacking bears and horses, man. That's the character. That's the druid I want to see. Please, you guys die. I want an evil druid.
You know what? Yeah,
Gate 3.
I will commit to that concept now if Nico dies.
17 sense motive.
Yeah, like they can't be working alone. They're here. They're making kits.
No, it's like obvious. It's obvious.
Yes.
They're
No, but they're making it, and it's lined up like they're preparing a shipment. Right? Like you said, if they weren't going to move
bundles.
it today and get them out of here, then maybe in the cover of night. But this stuff would have vanished within, a little while.
So perhaps it might be best to.
Oh, that's creepy. Explosion in the chat. Hey, wave to chat. I always wanted to play a Blighter prestige class in 3.5, the anti-druid who has a aura of plant death around them and has skeletal animal companions.
I made a fungus-based druid at some point who decomposes plants and restarts the cycle.
So your druid,
the other
your
side
mushroom's
of
magical?
Yeah, pretty much. Any mushroom. His name was Enoki, as in Enoki mushrooms.
nice.
Nice. Okay, so what's the plan? Nobody knows. Does anyone know that we're here? Did anyone see us? Would
anybody be mad if we were to break all of these weapons to make them unusable?
I don't know. Sorry, Baron. There's all these arms and munitions that your guards could have used in the future, but we can't let them all fall in the hands of the rebels.
They may need access to them at some point for our own purposes. I'm wondering about potentially confiscating them with us, but then I can potentially... I'm wondering about the duration of the silent image spell. Because it doesn't actually list a duration. Oh, duration concentration. Oh, that would be rather annoying to maintain all day.
I mean,
as much as I talk about rebellion points, there is no rebellion. Like, you have a cleric giving a sermon, you have a bunch of people that just reacted to an execution, you have a figurehead come prancing in going, everyone do something, and then run away.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's whispers of the Angel Knight's out there. But it's not like, and she has an army. It's always like, will you be this army? And now you got two senior citizens, disgruntled, unemployed, arming somebody. Where's the army? Is it out there? Is there even a rebellion yet? How do we know? How do we find this out?
Well, how many bundles, depending on how many bundles there were, that
you got to assume that there was going to be people coming to pick these up.
Would be the amount of people coming to pick it up. I wonder about potentially...
It doesn't list a number. It just says there's enough shit here ready to go to arm half of LongAcre. So if I pull up the stats of the city, population, right? Well, think of it. Okay, divide it in half for people that would fight. You don't give your kid, you don't give your grandma, you don't give your wife. Well, maybe some sturdy wives, some weapons, but you know what I'm saying? Like, let's say half the population, and then half that again. But it looks like they were putting together, so there's got to be, I don't know.
And there's got to be people who are supposed to come to pick it up, because they were obviously not going to do it themselves.
They had the doors
so what do you guys
locked,
want to do about that?
So I wonder if we could potentially... There might have been a secret code that they were going to use for knocking at that point in time for claiming it. It might be easier to perhaps take the bundles outside, disguise them, so that it looks like they took the bundles out and left them and had to leave for some reason. Then we have Deimos continue watching over the building, and we can stay out a distance away.
Luca, can I have intelligence and sense motive?
Sense motive in the tower, and intelligence in the tower.
Okay, you yourself said secret knock, right?
Yes.
And then talked about working a plan that would work against that. If you're here to pick up weapons and they're just out and there's no contact, like you said, you're hinting these guys must have had a plan. We just don't know what it is, right? So we could find out that plan from these guys by waking them up if we get them talking, or bait them in a trap. But if you do something that's not according to plan, like weapons lying in the open, where's bow and tent? What do you think they're going to do?
Yeah.
What do you think they would walk away, or you know what I mean? Like, right? So
yeah, definitely there's an
wasn't suggesting to lay
interrogation
them
on
in
the
the open.
agenda.
Oh yes, absolutely. I was more thinking about backup plans, and also I wasn't saying to leave them in the open. I was saying to disguise cover them with things, but obvious enough that it looks like Dent and Bo tried to hide the weapons outside.
Oh, like in the
my
woods,
suggestion
kind of,
would
like,
be
nearby.
that we find out from them directly what the plan was. But
Assuming
in
we
the
can,
meantime,
absolutely.
I'm going to take the pile of all the really valuable stuff, and stash it back at the prison.
You know what's a really good note for Simmery? The old folks know their chances of outrunning you guys are slim, so they stand their ground. But neither Bo nor Dent wants to die in the armory. Each will surrender if fewer than 12 hit points. But because you guys incapacitate us so fast, stunned, and we could do nothing, and then beat us down to unconsciousness, like we didn't have a chance to give up. Doug would be so upset with you guys. Didn't even get a chance to surrender. But I gotta say, efficient, so efficient this new motley crew is. Defeated, curse information. Here we go. Time to wake him up. Cronin, you want to wake him up? Wake up. Put some Folgers in their cup.
Smelling salts.
Yeah. Smelling salts.
Smelling
Okay.
salts.
Yeah.
Hello,
Okay.
Witt.
Meh.
Hey! Welcome to the other side. We have looked at your entire life and realized that you are found wanting. But there is a small sliver of opportunity here for you, if you can be of service now.
They look at themselves over to see if they've been weighed and measured. You said that we're found wanting.
Yes, they are.
No? No one saw Knight's Tale? Okay, fine.
No, 100%. Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
What he was referencing.
No, I know, but I don't.
Yeah.
Sorry, Ryan, stay in a character. I thought it just went over his head. He was like, and so? Sorry. You were saying, Mr. Cronin?
So, to balance the scales, if you would give us a slight bit of information there, that could make things much more cordial in your transition to the next world. It could help open the gates, one could say. But the other gates
diplomacy?
are always open. Yeah.
It doesn't sound like you're threatening them, so I'm going to start with diplomacy. Diplomacy.
Ooh. Diplomacy. In the tower, we discuss these things.
And look at the flower. It's so nice to have friends. Until they must end. All right, we are hostile. Plus 25, plus charisma modifier. Ooh. It's hard to get these guys to do anything when we're so upset with you. Charisma modifier is 0. Okay, DC 25. To see. Diplomacy. Sorry, no. One is still
Okay,
spitting
fine,
out
yeah,
musk. Dent, however, is all. Hey, at least you tried.
Well, the gates to heaven, however, might remain closed. The gates to hell are always open. I wish you the best in your period dues. Here's your 2 coppers. Hold on to those. Ferryman really wants them. Make sure you put them on your eyeballs.
Damn,
It especially
bro.
depends on which particular level of hell in which you'd be sent. For trespass and break-in entry, it would be. Oh, I believe that actually might indeed send you to Asmodeus.
I'm rolling to see if they get the reference. Jay, I would totally let you eat another since you jumped right on that bandwagon. And usually the dice, roll, and my reaction, if they got it, would have them go, huh? Right? When I rolled the dice, it shot past the tower onto my table and just stuck, like, it's almost like the dice went, what? Like, holy fuck, even the dice got that reference. You're shitless. They get the reference. Can I have intimidation check?
Yeah.
Because, intimidation actually runs off charisma. Unless you have other feats.
No, my charisma sucks. But the dice gods might be nice.
Oh. Luca got his 8 another. And 15. You're only working on, you're kind of working on Dent, right? Because Bo is busy vomiting musk. So I have you kind of like, the only guy who can really talk to you is Dent. So I just kind of had you start with him.
And when he's done, number
harder.
2 is there, ready to load him back up.
You're holding him. Only twice a day, but they don't know that.
Mm-hmm.
You go to the other end, and the skunk's like lying limp here. I'm just going, well, shrug. He doesn't know the chamber's empty, but come on, number 2, sell it.
Just holding a gun is still threatening, whether or not you have this.
Yeah.
bullet.
Oh yeah. Holding a skunk in his face. Number 2 has your coins.
Cronin, don't you know, my friend, that you get more honey when you do not kick over the hive?
Oh, you get some information on these.
Are there any chairs?
I don't give a shite about 2 honeys here.
Are there any chairs?
Nico, stay on target.
Yeah.
Yeah? So,
Yeah.
Nico takes a chair and he sets it at the edge of the stage. And he walks to the end of the ballista and he turns it so that it's facing the chair.
Okay.
And then he looks over at Dent and says, "Care to have a seat?"
No, I'm fine here, thank you.
Ronan whacks him in the back of the head. You heard what he said. Get in the
He's
damn
hog-tied.
chair.
I did the Simmery Classic. These guys you guys said restrain them, so I had Simmery, they're hogtied.
Ronan will help him walk. He does like the puppet. Come on, little puppet. Let's go for the little walk skis, shall we? Walkie, 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 walkie.
I don't wanna. Put him in the chair.
A proper puppet doesn't say what it doesn't want to say. You shut the hell up and you do what you're being told to do.
So you plop him in the chair?
Yep.
Okay.
And
My
it's the
friend.
listeners
Please.
in the background here. That's
We
Cronin
can
starting
see
to
that
wind
you are
up
obviously
these.
planning something. And you must have some friends who are going to help you carry this out, because obviously you have not the stature to move this much materials around. So just tell us who you're working with, and we promise that your punishment will be at the lightest degree that we can offer.
Nico, punishment's loaded and ready to go at any time you want, that old chum.
Can I have an 8 intimidation from you, Cronin, since you're definitely playing your part there? Nico leads.
Loaded in the tower.
Go. It was the former sheriff. Jask Kolenberg. Former sheriff's most veteran deputy, Jack. He approached us. Proposed a scheme to use the Armory stores to arm the townsfolk. Our hope was no one would any think of me and Bo going into the Armory, or that we could prepare weapons with minimum fuss. Some folks are going to come around dusk and actually transport and dispute the weapons.
And I
Don't kill me.
Sense some motive. Is he lying?
Doesn't seem to be. You don't seem to detect a lie. Ha.
Ha.
Double down. Double down with that one.
Damn you and your GM speak. Right. So it appears that we should perhaps set a little bit of a trap for any of the accomplices that are coming to pick up the weaponry.
Luca, I sense you were about to chime in on something there.
Oh, I was going to ask, how were they to know? What message system were you to use to convey that you are in here? Because I noticed that as soon as we came through, you realized we were not who you were expecting.
Oh, well, the plan was... Oh, sorry. More intimidation? Oh, no. Once I'm intimidated, you get like 10 minutes out of me, right? In these rolls, you guys like get a d6 of... yeah, give me a d6 in the tower there. I think like I'm helpful for like 10 to 60 minutes, and then I go back to hating your guts. Can I have a d6 in the tower, Nick? I hope we're on first name basis now.
D6 in the tower. Did it get you? Did it get you good?
So, better than average. The hope was no one could any. Oh, I said that. I'm sorry. Could you put safety on?
How were they to know that
pull the
you
trigger
were
now?
in here?
The plan was for them to drive a cart to the armory's back door, enter, take the bundles that Bo and I prepared tonight, and escape. We done our part.
Were you going to leave the door open?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
This trigger looks like it's not wired up properly. Let me take a little look at this.
We weren't gonna do. We just, our job was just to come in, prepare the bundles, and go out. And if anyone saw us during the day or not, then no one would suspect me and Bo. He said, whoever Jack's got coming to actually get the stuff with the cart, I don't know. We just talked to Jack. Talk to him.
Yeah, this is definitely a loose triggering mechanism. Look at the slop in the trigger. Look at it.
He's wiggling the ballista. The guy's like, jostle. Unnoticed to most veterans that are not seagoing folk, unlike a crossbow, which is a hair trigger, seagoing ballista have a very, very safe mechanism, so you don't lose bolts into the freaking ocean going, damn it, stop dancing sea shanties, you set off the ballista again.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, when you cock it and actually cock the mechanician to lock, it's a pretty solid, then you just drop the bolt in, unless it like slides out on its own. You really got to kind of reset unlock to fire that sucker. It's not a hair trigger.
I take the bolt out and then
we don't know that.
Bolt out and I do a dry fire.
Okay.
Dry fire it?
Yeah.
Dude, no, you're not doing that.
There's nothing in it.
That's how you break a bow.
You're firing a ballista inside a building. You're gonna it will go through the wall.
You will knock the ballista over and smash it.
No understanding. I take the bolt off.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
Yes, Jay, I know. Stop that with me. I understand. I'm on your page. Let me throw the fantasy into this.
I mean, we can utilize it for sure. It's a great method of intimidation for whoever's coming to pick up the weapons. I think we just lay in wait.
Something that could be
and I think we'll give you the opportunity to fire it.
We could wait by the ballista, but that runs the risk of people escaping from outside. My proposition would be we wait for them to come in to collect the materials, and ambush them from inside the building. There's lots of walls from direct path, and they're to know the back door is open.
Good idea there, Luke. Yeah, smart little gaffer, aren't you? Let me swing this little ballista. Are we done with having a chit chat there, Nico?
I'm not sure entirely what he said.
I agree with Luca. I think no escape is the best option.
I'm gonna swing this little bad boy here, pointing toward that door. It's coming that door open. This little gaffer's going to go off and say hi to the next fellow that come do that one.
I would prefer to disable the ballista. Because with Lucas' plan, they will have access to it first, and I would much rather not be on the receiving end of an impaling spike.
Okay. Simmery takes these guys to another room so they don't learn whatever plan you guys are going to make, and so they don't suffer any harm because she didn't want them harmed. So she drags them off to one of the far rooms and knocks them out.
He had no drive on. If snap the string, he gives the gaff. It's a relative.
Dude.
And with that, we will see you next time.
It sounds he sounds like, you ever like hear people talking in reverse, like a recording of somebody talking in reverse? That's exactly what he sounds like right now.
Is it so hard to find an enemy who's worthy? All the same want the fame, still they don't deter me. Mountains of gold, love to watch them as they scurry, flying above, breathing fire in my fury. You pass through my threshold, who the hell are you? Wings outstretched and you know the legends. True. Teeth like swords and you're cooking in your... You found the nightmare, now it's too late. Monster, you call me a monster, like I'm the big bad monster. I'll show you a monster. Get ready. Hear my shrieks that break apart your capital. You can't tally every soul I send below. On your knees, revere and burn, it's wonderful. They call me great and terrible, I'm your foe. They call me great and terrible, I'm your foe. I'm your foe. Ooh, you pass through my threshold, who the hell are you? Wings outstretched and you know the legends. Teeth like swords and you're quickening your... You found the nightmare, now it's too late. Monster, you call me a monster, like I'm the big bad monster. I'll show you a monster. Get ready. Hear my shrieks that break apart your capital. You can't tally every soul I send below. On your knees, revere and burn, it's wonderful. They call me great and terrible, I'm your foe.